Hello, hello.
Powdered bat spleen, I think.
I've always said that travel
Nhảy ở đâu vậy ta? Bây giờ phải làm nhiệm vụ cho nó đẻ ra nhiệm vụ chính, sau đó anh em mình làm là đẹp.
That book Professor Weasley asked me to find should be...
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration?
Yes, sir.
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humour me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
A quiz sounds like fun.
Splendid! Just a few questions, and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
Cái gì? Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch? Chết mẹ là con gì ta? Creature... Snake bird. Snitch là con gì nhờ? Google. The golden. Hình như là con rắn thì phải, nếu mà đáng không nhầm. Snitch là gì nhỉ? Con này trông có vẻ giống này. Tôi chọn câu B.
The golden snidget.
Correct! The snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
Liquid luck là thuốc may mắn hả? Chết mẹ, tên gì ta? Như là Felix Felicit đúng không?
Felix Felicis.
Well done. Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organized competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifact? Ăn cức rồi.
The Deathly Hallows.
Correct. According to Beedle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
Trái gì ở trong Quidditch lớn nhất á? Chết mẹ, chắc chắn đấy phải the snitch ta. Không, thường nó phải là bé nhất. The waffle nghe như là miếng bánh rất là to này.
The quaffle.
That's right. When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points. True or false? Polyjuice potion allows the drinker to change species.
Polyjuice potion. Chết mẹ, Polyjuice là thuốc gì ta? Má, cái này true or fail à? Allow the drinker to change species. Tức nghĩa là đổi được chủng tộc. Tôi nghĩ là không.
False.
Correct. While Polyjuice potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough.
Ui, mà trả lời
I'll
đúng
put
hết
the
luôn
book
nè.
back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
Ok. I would like more question thôi.
I'm sorry. I don't have time for a quiz at the moment.
Let me know if you change your mind. I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Đúng là nhà Ravenclaw
Revelio ought to
khác.
make quick work of this. Revelio!
Book of Intermediate Transformation à. Tiếp đó thôi, thì được rồi.
Professor Weasley's tasks are complete.
Tôi
I should attend
hai
Transfiguration.
anh em tôi mà nhà Ravenclaw mà không có lá. Đợi tới đá được. Hỏi đúng người. Bây giờ là dự lớp Transfiguration buổi sáng này. Chúng ta phải đi học thôi. Ủa, sắp tới như mấy tuần nữa là có việc sub rồi đó. Sắp tới là game có việc sub rồi. Nói tới đó mình chơi lại không nhỉ? Mình có phá đảo trước đi nữa, xong rồi có thể chơi lại nhà Hufflepuff.
Uncle Roland sends his best. He often asks us.
Ok. Tới lúc đó nhé. Giờ có phá đảo gì nữa. Ủa.
My mother would like to speak with me. I believe she has learned about some of what we've been up to. I am hoping she may be easier on me if you are there.
Ôi. Hôm nay
Can we meet at
bị
the Three
mẹ
Broomsticks?
phát hiện ra.
It may finally be safe since we rescued the dragon from Horntail Hall.
Cho nên nó cần mình để có thể khiến bà ấy đỡ giận dữ hơn. Còn nhỏ kia là nhỏ hôm bữa giúp mình cứu được một chú rồng ở bên chỗ bị giam này. Nhỏ này cũng cần mình. Đến phòng ba bắt chổi.
Settle down, settle down.
Giáo sư Weasley.
Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But
Nhỏ này đây.
we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed
Mọi thứ đều có
if you
thể
can just
biến đổi.
perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do.
Transformation. Biến hình. Ui. Nó có biến hình mẹ Tô Hữu Tiếng Nam Vang được không?
Beautifully done.
Đó, mình như kiểu thiên tài ấy, học phép gì là được phép đó à. Hello, Professor.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor.
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed, and frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Excelling in your school this year. This might have helped.
Thank you, Professor. The
Những bài
extra
tập này
assignments have been
rất giúp
helpful.
nhiều.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making good use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. I've heard that you were able to grow a venomous tentacular. Growing such a magical plant is an accomplishment of which you can be quite proud.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Was your extended conversation with Mr. Ollivander after you'd obtained your wand, or subsequent search of the owlery, connected in any way to Professor Fig?
Not at all. I enjoy talking to Mr. Ollivander. I'm fascinated by wand lore, and I'd never visited the owlery. Bit of a mess.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done.
Cuối cùng nữa hả?
You are dismissed.
Bây giờ thì giải tán được rồi. Ok. Nào. Thử xem nào. Yeah.
Since our visit to Felton, something dawned on me about the triptych, immediately over them, just north of the Forbidden Forest. I'll explain.
Ôi trời ơi, nhiệm vụ thế.
My plan with the helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
Gobbledygook. Ây da, hai nhiệm vụ luôn. Nó đi học luôn phép này không nhờ? Nó đi học nốt đi. Ui, cao thế. Cao điên à. Keeping one force, one control and one damage spell in your spell set will repair you. Wow. Lâu rồi không chơi vẫn thấy đẹp nha. Ủa? Trời ơi, nhầm. Ở đây chứ. Anh có định up clip Wallon lên YouTube không á? Để coi nếu mà cảm thấy game nó chơi được thì mới đăng. Có không thì thực ra thì chắc sẽ đăng đó.
So frustrating. You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to speak with you alone, Natsai.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
Careful? Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you. And she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future.
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason.
So frustrating. She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're from?
It is specific to me.
I
am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade she mentioned. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus, and it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the Highlands rather freely until now, much to my mother's chagrin. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent. She claims that she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle form. But she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it.
We're making good progress. We can't quit now.
I agree. I have never considered quitting, even for a moment. You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Randrock were after you, but you did not. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow, not hide from them. My mother cannot know where I am all the time. Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
Không có gì bạn ơi. Bình thường.
Ironically, I didn't see ahead of time how bored I'd be in divination class.
Má cái lớp học phải leo cầu thang à. Má đã thế nhờ. Cái gì đây? Phép gì vậy? Gì Sendo đúng không? Cà phê trứng. Ui ôi, bẩn thế.
Beginner's luck, I say. You'll not beat me next time.
What do we have here?
I hope those assignments were challenging enough for you.
Ui, cái gì cơ?
I've completed all of my tasks, Professor Onai.
Very well done. Although I must admit, I did have something of a premonition that you would follow through. Now, as you have no doubt sharpened your perception by completing my assignment, I am curious. Based upon the knowledge that one's present and even one's past may reveal traces of what is to come, what do you see in your own future?
Bà đang hỏi là dựa vào sức mạnh hiện tại, tương lai, quá khứ thì và những dấu vết mà cậu đã nhìn thấy thì cậu nhìn trong cái quả cầu thì vì cậu thấy ở gì ở tương lai à? Triumph Danger Power. I'm not sure.
I honestly don't know, Professor.
At times, the future is murky to us all. As with rippling water, one must wait for things to settle before the reflection becomes clear. But this talk of tomorrow should not divert us from your present success. I shall inform our good deputy headmistress of your exemplary performance. And if that performance is any omen of what your future may hold, then I, for one, see great things. Channel your magic towards your targets.
Ai da. Descendo.
You have it.
Má, nhiều phép thế.
Now, why not practice the new spell on the training dome?
Descender.
Excellent. I think you have it.
Wow. Phép này là deal no direct damage, but object and enemy that are slammed to the ground will suffer considerable impact damage. Airborne enemy will take even greater damage upon hitting the ground. À, kiểu càng cao xong rồi đập ngã cái này xuống cái là chắc combo với cái hất lên này. Nó nhiều combo thế. Tính ra mình xài phép cơ bản thôi cũng đủ rồi. Move object downward and slam enemy to the ground causing a shockwave. Này là cũng không, chắc là cũng không quá khó xài. Trời ơi, chưa bắt được con Dirico cơ. Nhỏ này trước đi. Quên nhờ. Ok. I got you. Lấy đủ là học sẽ được học Alohomora 3.
Anne is getting worse.
Từ đó nó sẽ
If
mở được
there's
thêm
any
nhiều bí ẩn
chance
mới.
that the relic from
Hoặc
Slytherin's
là
spellbook can help
đồ.
her, I must find it. I'm requesting your help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft, near the catacomb.
Ồ, thằng này kêu mình phải nhanh lên. Mà nhỏ em nó đang hấp hối này. Ok. Đi gặp nó trước đi. Ở đây à? Như em nó đen nhờ, tự nhiên bị một làng tới đánh. Xong mà bị dính nguyền.
How inconvenient travel was before.
Wonder who lives here.
Bay được không ta?
I thought my owl might pique your interest.
Expelliarmus! Confringo! Repulsor! Lindo! Confringo! Levioso! Accio! Expelliarmus!
Còn quái này.
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so distracted by the scriptorium and Slytherin's book that I'd almost forgotten what it was that struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
Perhaps we can avoid detection. Video blow là kiểu như đánh nhau đúng không? Còn cái đầu tiên là né sự tránh phát hiện à.
We need to see what they're doing, but let's not draw their attention.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After you.
Ok, đi đi.
There they are up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
We're close to a breakthrough.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries.
Ranrock's loyalists are out for blood.
Mình tránh đánh nhau đúng không? Tránh đánh nhau đi. Khó nhá. Đi bạn ơi, đi bạn ơi.
Oh, this day's gone on too
This is going well.
We make a good team.
We do at that.
Sao mình không bay nhỉ?
Once again, we could fight our way through or be discreet.
You know which one I'd choose?
You haven't had mushroom stew like what my mother used to make. Oh, like heads of lettuce, those mushrooms were.
Sao nó dụ con này đi ta?
Wait a moment. Someone there? Quiet as a grapple, you are.
Mày có thằng đứng canh ngay đấy à?
Who's there? You will regret coming here. Don't you try again! Cut you from shoes to chapeau!
Expelliarmus!
Get it, right up, boy. Someone been taken out last minute.
I will have my revenge!
Why don't you come up here and fight me?
Ringo! Accio! Expelliarmus! Accio! Confringo!
You're making this too easy.
Accio! Expelliarmus! Accio! Confringo! Mindo!
And the fun is over.
Fun is a relative term.
It is. And that was relatively fun.
Full rồi á. Ây da. Ôi da. Lần trước lấy mình chưa identify. Nhiều lắm nè. Cái gì? Gì cũng được. Ăn gì cũng very hungry. Tưởng không đói nhưng đói.
Revelio.
Thằng còn chuẩn bị bình máu trước khi đi đánh nhau.
I should tell you. Rumor
Nãy
is
có
this
4
mine
bình nữa
was
xong
closed
xài hết
long
3
ago
luôn.
due to an infestation of spiders.
Mày xài nhanh.
Oh, nice. Nothing I haven't seen before.
That's the spirit.
Chủ quan. Sao? Kỹ năng này cần gì? Không cần bỏ đâu. Ngủ đi. Search for the rune symbol.
For better or for worse, we're in.
Silent as a grave. What I wouldn't give for a cup of mushroom tea.
Con tàng hình vẫn nhảy được rồi. Đêm.
I don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting for even a spider to prey on.
Up for a minute dying, are we?
Crucifix.
How many of Ranrock's loyalists are in here?
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want.
Đông nhờ. Có hai hướng à? Hai hướng thì đi bên này trước đi. Không phải là bên đồ. Hippogriff started. Oh, được cái
That ledge is awfully high.
Revelio.
Bình máu ngon. Áo giọt.
Levioso. Accio. Wingardium Levioso. Levioso.
Phải làm mấy chục bình máu lận á. Má chắc dữ vậy.
It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy legs, or the soulless eyes, or the venomous fangs, or any number of endearing qualities, really.
Tại lười.
Revelio.
Kia có rương à?
Smashing.
Should have thought to conjure stairs.
Còn mấy quả này. Nhà phát hành làm game ác thiệt ấy. Mấy cái độ chi tiết như kiểu này thường là kiểu gì giành được điểm cao.
Revelio.
Game này mới đáng là game để chơi này.
Confringo.
Giờ Forspoken là đi luôn.
That bridge has seen better days.
Reparo.
Reparo. Gì đây? Nhẫn độc à?
Levioso. Accio. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Levioso. Accio. Defendo. Repulsor.
We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight.
Confringo. Revelio.
Ra đồ nào? Không có gì.
We're making quick work of them.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
She would at that. Ranrock's loyalists have all but declared war.
Confringo.
Diamond Classic School Uniform. Extreme Danger.
Lumos quieter than a jobberknoll. Lumos. Lumos.
Confringo.
Tượng Dark Souls à? Ra là đồ.
Lumos. Lumos.
Tội thế.
Expelliarmus. Confringo. Revelio.
Sao làm như đây là quá
Still
đủ.
not seen
Vừa đẹp luôn.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment.
An unwelcome distraction at that.
We have another fight on our hands.
Let's go boy.
I won't rest.
Expelliarmus.
If you could best.
Confringo.
You think this is funny?
Leviosa. Accio. Expelliarmus. Leviosa.
Yeah.
Better.
Glacius. Defender.
Let's get this over.
Expelliarmus. Accio. Leviosa. Confringo. Expelliarmus.
Nhọn nữa hả?
Leviosa.
Né cái.
Accio. We're not finished yet. It's almost as if they were waiting.
If only Fenrock were here to see this!
Ui da.
Leviosa. Accio.
Tell you when I get down from here! What the hell is wrong?
Thử cây rồi á.
Repulsor. Defender. Glacius.
Ui.
Repulsor. Expelliarmus. Leviosa. Confringo. Accio. Glacius. Confringo. We certainly cleared the room. You're not a bad chap. For a Slytherin.
For a Ravenclaw, you certainly have a lot to learn.
I'm for a bacon and mushroom stew.
Ai thầm thị nhỉ?
Revelio. Confringo. Now. Accio. Guardium Leviosa.
Have a look around in peace.
Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio.
Ở đây, ở trên kia.
A rune symbol above the cavern door.
Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it.
Lại full. Holy fuck. Tí về phải bán đồ anh em ạ. Nhiều đồ quá. Đây game Hogwarts Legacy nhá.
Confringo. Wasn't expecting that.
Hogwarts Legacy. Nơi mà chúng ta có thể làm Harry Potter thứ hai. Hoặc là Voldemort.
What do you have there?
A journal entry by Isadora.
Hopefully it will help us unravel more of this mystery.
Đứa học trò đầu tiên của 4 giáo sư đúng không?
Lumos. Lumos.
Revelio. Sebastian, I think I found something. A canvas piece.
Canvas piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all.
Cái chỗ
Still,
tranh này.
Something about this place feels odd.
Có gì, nó kêu là cảm giác có gì đó kỳ cục ở đây à.
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganach was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols and ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
Here's some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure, but I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here and to Hogwarts.
Unless we can find another passageway to the Undercroft. Let's have a look around.
Nên tự hỏi là tại sao Isodira lại làm một cái khu vực ở đây. Kiểu đang tìm hiểu cái gì đó. Xong mà có cả đường đi tới Undercroft luôn này. Mà mọi người ăn salad rau xanh nhé.
It has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
Chỗ này nhìn
We're in for more trouble.
Tại sao? Nó kêu là
I know that
rắc rối
coast.
rồi.
Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Marnweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
A friendly goblin. He wants no part in Ranrock's fight.
A friendly goblin? You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins are...
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
You don't know what you're saying. Take a breath for a moment.
Oh, I know precisely what I'm saying. Unbelievable.
Thằng này không tin mình anh ta. Mẹ sau bao nhiêu trận chiến tao với mày, tao chưa tin tưởng đúng con goblin mà mày không tin tao à? Đi luôn mà. Giỏi mẹ luôn. Đây là hợp lý khi mà chúng ta qua làm vụ kia. Từ từ, má trước khi qua làm vụ chúng ta phải về phòng mà ngồi identify đồ đã. Giỏi thế. Hello, cây.
Deke hasn't seen this many plants here before.
Ôi má đóng đồ. Làm nãy về, ồ má gì thế. Má nhiều vậy đấy. Có nào để làm hoài không ta? Đó là cái bàn to rồi. Đây lý do chúng ta cần cái bàn to này. cứ mỗi lần lấy cái này là tôi nhấn 8 cái là mất một cái à. Một cái quá cái liền. Bài chữ T. To lắm, anh ngờ cũng không to như mình nghĩ. Từ nha, coi đồ này. Bàn tay 81 luôn mà. Increase Chinese jumping capacity. Tăng đam của cái bắp cải của Trung Quốc này. Đó là dùng cho cây. Còn này là cũng tăng thế luôn. Thôi rồi. Nói là để tôi đeo cái kính này chứ. Defend dam taken from Dark Wizard. Wow. Increase dam from Asian Magic. Wow. Thêm dam cho Asian Magic luôn á. Còn áo thì Sida. Đổi kính cái. Ok chưa? Ở đây đi. Lười làm thêm. Giờ thằng kia giỏi thì sao nhờ? Giờ con Amit trước đi. Imperial này. Ui, học phép Nguyền tiếp. Xa thế. Nó pha đạo vậy chứ. Vẫn đi mò nha. Má mò thấy lâu nhờ. Nó cùng lắm mai chơi tiếp gì đâu.
It's like a place right out of a storybook.
Pha đạo cũng khó, bị nhiều thứ quá. Bây giờ mình làm sinh tồn thì mày buồn cười.
What do you have in store for me this time?
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo.
Wonder if I'm safe to explore in there.
Revelio.
Còn á.
Confringo.
These Merlin trials won't get the best of me.
Quên bán đồ nha. Đi bán đồ. Đó có chỗ bán đồ không nhỉ? Không, mình về đây bán.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Make Emmerich the Evil look like Yorick the Oddball. Good thing the Ministry banned underage sorcery. Someone's tampered with the statue.
Well, hello there. Come in, look around, and if you've been eating chocolate frogs, please refrain from touching.
Nhiều vãi ơi. Ủa sao có bao tay đâm xịn hơn nhờ? Giờ hết.
I suspect you have a sharp eye for that.
Nó công nhận càng đi đồ lụm càng nhiều luôn.
Be sure to stop by whenever.
Má chưa xuống đây nữa chứ. Ở đảo nào?
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
You're here. Good.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned.
Don't think I've forgotten about your goblin friend. I haven't. But I needed to tell you what I've learned. I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we're finished.
Perfect.
By
the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do. I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've...
Ok, má. Chưa đọc xong mình đã ngắt lời đó rồi.
I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
Revelio. Leviosa. Accio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Crucio.
At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. And the rest of the tomb will be insect.
Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
Don't start.
Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
This room is taller than it looks.
Leviosa.
Revelio. Inconspicuous loft. Brilliant.
Cái không Noel man.
Leviosa. Accio. Confringo. Potato. Expelliarmus. Leviosa. Revelio.
Rid the world of another spider.
Confringo.
I should sleep better tonight.
Accio. Confringo. Accio.
Accio.
Tiền. Huh.
Watch your step. I nearly slipped there. Confringo. Accio. Expelliarmus. Leviosa. Defender. All this grass, it no longer feels like a tomb. I've read about catacombs that underwent expansion efforts and ran into problems, often cave-ins.
And then were abandoned.
Exactly.
Chỗ này có đồ á.
We'll be fine though.
We'll be fine.
Now this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by
Ở đây chắc
grandeur.
lại là
Grandeur and then
xương
some.
rồi.
Even an altar with a pile of bones. Lovely.
Đây có con nhỏ.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd.
Accio.
There's something here by the altar.
Accio. Guardian Leviosa.
Student journal. Listen, look in my report in words remind to leave it where it's lay. Tốt nhất là nên để cái cổ vật đó ở tại vị trí của nó. Come before my fury. I was told that those chosen by English ought one had powerful intuition. The isolated relic. Learning the Emerald Curse. Wow. The spell is said to serve well against enemy.
What did you find?
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. I have the report if you want to have a look. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades. I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperious Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of notes. They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them.
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it. But I surmise if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. The catacomb assessment, yes, more than the great room which has suffered decay. Oddly shaped levic.
There's more to this than even I imagined. Look, bones stacked oddly on either side of this archway.
Leave no stone unturned. Or in this case, no bone. We're in the tomb.
Cảm ơn bạn Nguyễn Nhi nha. Kêu. Mong bạn nha.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Confringo. Revelio.
Nhiều xương thế nhỉ?
We've made it this far. Clearly we have more to do.
Ôi ôi.
Accio. Revelio. Confringo. Accio. I need to find a safe way across. Lumos. Confringo. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Lumos. Confringo. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Rickety bone bridge complete. Confringo. Accio.
Ở đây có gì nhờ?
Revelio.
Rất nhiều đồ, một cái áo hơn.
Accio. Revelio. Accio.
Là chắc cái mỏ này ra. Đây là chỉ có đồ thôi đúng không?
Revelio.
Không còn cái gì khác. Gì đây? Thế còn gì đâu?
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
You've done it. I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones.
Nice.
Khen ác.
Before we trudge on further, I've just realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
Tất nhiên rồi, ta sẽ học Imperial. Đây gọi là phép điều khiển người khác đúng không? Nhưng mà trước khi làm điều đó, chúng ta phải đi vệ sinh bằng tèo. Nam đi vệ sinh phát. Vệ sinh mất rồi. Đầu tiên là tôi không muốn học. Thứ hai là tôi muốn học. Tại sao mày biết đến cái phép này?
Where did you learn the Imperious Curse?
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy. I think you ought to know it.
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries.
Để chỉ mình tay phép cầm.
Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master.
Ủa, tưởng bài mới.
Here we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard.
Ai mua dép Lào, ai mua dép đây. Chết luôn mà.
Confringo. Confringo. Confringo.
Revelio.
Ba đường luôn à.
Accio. Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
How gracious of you.
I try.
Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio.
Gì đây? Kéo cái tương ứng để mở cổng à.
That worked. Keep going.
Ôi.
Expelliarmus. Revelio.
Nó đây giờ. Ở đây.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done.
Tao bị khô mày ơi, khỏi khen.
I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place.
Ôi dồi, sao nhiều chỗ có thể mẹ vào để có thể. Bên đây là nhiệm vụ à. Thế thì bên đây trước. Ôi to thế.
Imperial. Descendo. Glacius. Confringo. Imperial.
Nó
Leviosa. Expelliarmus. Accio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Crucio. Glacius. Defender.
Never knew spiders could make such a mess.
Bit dramatic, isn't it? Revelio.
Nhện. Bên kia có một cái Đây à.
Confringo!
Làm chi lắm đường thế. Tìm hiểu cho sao.
Suffer decay. Just as the student summary described.
I doubt anyone's been here in quite some time. Revelio.
Công nhận game này làm chi tiết bên em nhỉ. Này là đường gì? Đường cho mình ngó ư? Hay là đường ra về sau? Chắc là đường ra về sau.
Potato, places, Imperial. Expelliarmus. Accio. Confringo. Confringo. Crucible. Places. Imperial. Potato. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Accio. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Places. Potato. Crucible.
For a moment there, I thought that would never end.
Wow. Này trời ơi, mấy con nhện.
Dead end. Lovely.
Kiến
All that
nhện.
for nothing.
Hold on, don't give up yet. Revelio.
Đừng từ bỏ. What the fuck? The relic contain abundant potential. It possible could benefit not only with the kind but the world, but the dogs. Sacrifice both to realize its intent may be too great until we know more. We do not remove its relic. Nói chung là
Sebastian, the relic. Look.
Rồi nó đã. Quả liền nó là một
Could
khối
it
tam
be?
giác à.
Revelio.
Nó nghĩ kỹ đi mày. Sao mày đụng vô là nhiều khi đéo quay lại được đâu đấy.
The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
Nó kêu cần sự hy sinh. Nó khi nào tự hy sinh là Sebastian em tại. Thôi lấy mẹ đi.
I'm willing to ignore what the journal entry says. We're taking the relic.
Agreed. This is meant to be. For Anne's sake, I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft.
Má tốc độ vậy.
I must keep this relic secret. Especially from my uncle.
Ai kìa? Ai ở ngoài kìa?
We must remain unseen.
Is that ominous? Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine. But Ominous knows I won't step back from a fight.
I can't believe this.
Trời ơi, phải thương lượng rồi.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I heard you encourage Sebastian to take the relic.
Sebastian's done his research. He knows what he's doing.
Sebastian makes things sound easy when they could be impossible or dangerous. We need to stop him.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
You're right. This seems far riskier than Sebastian realizes.
Good. We're agreed. We don't allow him to leave here with the relic.
I do think we should talk to him, but I fear we won't stop him from taking the relic.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we negotiate. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this, no more.
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not, Ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's trust him to know what's best.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late. Go then. Leave with the relic. I'll not say a word more. I hope I don't regret this.
Sebastian, we're ready.
What is it? I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What? Ominous?
I'll explain on the way. Come on.
Đi. Lỡ thất bại thôi ta.
Well, what happened back there?
Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance, that the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that. Tell me.
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word.
Nói chung là mày chỉ được xài cứu em mày thôi. Còn lại thì...
I never wanted to keep all this from Ominous. He just doesn't understand. And I didn't want to worry him all over again.
Không thì thế giới sập mất.
As we were leaving, Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important. For Anne.
Cứ quay lại đi. Ồ, ngay đây à? À, có biến rồi. À, trên đường bị bắt hay là bị giật này.
When we get to Feldcroft, I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get this relic. She thinks like Ominous. It'd only upset her. Oh no, this isn't good.
What is it?
Smoke! Over there, by the hamlet.
Okay, bị tấn công à?
Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
I shall avenge your death. Really, indeed.
Leviosa.
Imperial.
There's nowhere to go.
Leviosa. Expelliarmus.
Intruder cái gì? Quay mới là intruder. Ê.
Cover up wise coming back this way.
Got him!
Boy! What have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
You did what you had to do.
If I have to keep proving that to my uncle, I will. He cannot banish me from my own home. From my sister.
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to ease the tension a bit.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts.
Lại là mình nói chuyện nè. Tôi cần miếng giấy. Đó, thằng này nó làm phép nguyện. Làm phép nguyện lên trước mặt ra mấy ông này. Nãy mình cũng làm rồi ta.
What was he thinking?
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
Sebastian and I have encountered Ranrock's loyalists before. That goblin would have killed Anne.
This family does not resort to using dark magic even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately. Why, Sebastian?
Đáng lẽ mình phải nói cái dòng dưới à. Là sao? Là in the craft. Đánh lên phải giờ. Cái này phải cái này phải nói từ từ nhỉ. Nhưng mà đúng thật là nó cứu em nó mà.
Off on another adventure, are we?
What did you think you were doing? That owl has been in our family for 30 years. And you thought it would be clever to transfigure her into and leave her in the Great Hall after a feast. Many elves have had to transfigure.
Did you speak with my uncle?
I wish I had better news about your uncle and Anne.
Well, what did he say?
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Feldcroft. Nor Anne.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. He had no right to banish me from my own twin. If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on Anne, he's sorely mistaken.
He also said he cannot excuse the use of dark magic in any form, and that if he hears of either of us using it, he'll go straight to Professor Black.
Huh? That relic, dark magic or not, is the key to saving Anne. To reverse that curse. I will not lose Anne for good. I should send the crest to Anne. She'll know that we need to meet.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that relic has.
What did you mean you'd send Anne a crest so that she'd know to meet you?
We just lost our parents, and we were packing up to go and live with Solomon. We couldn't take everything. She was carefully organizing her prized possessions, a box of artifacts she'd collected to do with our family. Jewelry, cards, old photographs. She got to her favorite, a handmade crest, and without a second thought she handed it to me. This will keep you safe, she said. It holds no enchantment, but I've kept it with me since. That's how I can reach Anne. I'll get the crest to her with plans to meet.
Be careful, Sebastian. Your uncle could intercept it, or be expelled.
Even if Ominous is upset with us, he has no love lost for his family. He'd use their connections to the headmaster if we needed his help.
I shall wait to hear from you then.
Thank you. I very much appreciate you standing by me through all of this. I'll send you an owl when I have news.
Rất là cực khổ. Bây giờ đi ra đây à? Ôi, lại phải đợi thông tin mới rồi. Đợi tôi tiêu xíu nhé.
A few moments later.
Cào thế.
Hello there.
Hello, Amit. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I mean, I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. I mean, well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
Đi thôi.
Lodgok is waiting. Shall we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
Bỏ kia. Salad ngon quá guys. Thông cảm với đàn đối. Sao thế? Tôi nghĩ tôi sai rồi anh em ạ. Mẹ game còn dài vãi cả liền.
Seems a pleasant
Không biết
enough
có
as
nên
a
phá đảo
place.
luôn không? Cái tầm này là nhìn game có vẻ còn dài và đái.
This place has seen better days. Oh, here's a pleasant surprise.
Confringo! Revelio.
Quyết định đúng đắn không khi mà chúng ta phá đảo luôn.
Not my fault you're a deadly great spider. Alan himself would be proud.
Wow.
I should investigate.
Nhiều nhờ. Phá đảo tặng 2 cỏ ác thế. Có gì? Có US.
Revelio.
Má giờ phá đảo công nhận nó hơi lâu thật. Lâu lắm.
What are you up to now?
Tôi nghĩ nó dài như thế này. Rồi cái chỗ kia không? Ở kia.
Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
Ui dồi ôi, xa thế. Liền hành người chơi thiệt.
Wingardium Leviosa.
What's that? Settled.
Giờ tôi phá đảo là hơi chua đấy.
A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals. Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Armit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Cock. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bacalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
What else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must be invisible to it to gain access. From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
Armit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
Let's go. Đi vô hang à? Đi vô hòm à?
Revelio.
Hộp mỏ.
The door is looking at us.
Accio. Right. Don't wish to be seen, do we?
Trời ơi, thêm bước đó rồi á. Phải liền.
Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected.
Có vẻ thích thú.
I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
I still can't believe it. Goblin mine.
Straw hat.
I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
One less human to worry.
Không lừa.
We need to be careful, as I'm sure you know, not all goblins are as friendly as Lodgok, to say the least.
Sắp vào đảo chưa? Như là còn khoảng 20 mấy tiếng lận. Nên là thôi chơi tới đâu hay tới đó rồi. Nào mệt thì
Leviosa, what's that cute? Don't stop me. Leviosa. Fire! One less HOGWARTS student.
Thằng kia phế thế nhờ. Ủa sao tụi nó mạnh vậy? Đều xem.
You will regret coming here. There's a hole in someone now nice. Stop by. Tracy.
Đi đâu rồi?
That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word. Keep your wits about you, Amit. I'll get you through this mine.
Mà nó tàng hình nè. Phải liên. Chơi trên núp men. Số tài khoản hả? Nhiều phơi chắc phải để số tài khoản. 217 917 039 ACB.
Being watched by a door.
Accio.
Confringo. It won't get through as long as we can be seen by that eye.
Đâu?
I should use disillusionment. That eye won't see a thing.
Revelio. Confringo.
Coi thì trong này nó cứ sao sao hả? LEACY nào?
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Mang này á hả? Không, thằng này nó tính
Let's
nó
take a
nhát
look
cay,
around, Amit.
nhìn là biết luôn.
See if we can find any plans.
Bound to be plans around here somewhere. A schematic.
Còn mấy kia không được để báo quá gì đó chán.
I can't quite make it out. Curious. There must be more notes around here. What could they be doing?
Nhiều thứ thế.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Thằng này cũng tò mò này. 217 917 039. Mấy NPC mà nó nhát phải chịu hơn.
I'll be quiet.
Mình thì cũng không được, nó không được báo quá thì dễ quá.
Hello? One less human to worry about. Leviosa, Confringo. Expelliarmus. Revelio.
Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
Rớt vậy. Quang Huy á.
where friends are now, don't I?
Who is it?
Nó phép kia biến thằng kia là biến thành chết luôn à, thử nào.
Over here!
Expelliarmus! Oh my! Chết luôn đâu, lừa rồi. Vậy là chỉ tiếng thôi à. Biết là đừng có phá thùng.
Dead. Who's it? Not quiet enough. I hate that!
Confringo. Oh, this healing is too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected.
Này là kéo xuống. Đúng không nhỉ?
Accio. Levioso.
Expelliarmus. Flipendo.
Confringo. Accio.
Cái kia mình làm chưa nhỉ? Rồi đúng.
Revelio. Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
Thế thôi à? Ủa đừng cục à. Kìa.
Revelio.
Accio. Vậy cái kia à, mở cái ống nước kia. Con này mở gì à luôn. Đó là vô đây.
Revelio.
Someone's here.
Leviosa. Confringo. That's the last loyalist. Unfortunately, imagine most goblins to be brilliant and kind.
Một khu rất là lớn.
Totalis. Totalis. That was meant for me. Farewell forever, human.
Kìa. Trời ơi, đây là nhiệm vụ không bơm máu. Nó với được 3 thằng rồi.
Someone there.
Right. Don't wish to be seen. You have no.
What did you do that? No!
Imperial. Places. Defender. Expelliarmus. Accio.
Yeah, you.
Expelliarmus.
That was pitiful.
Leviosa. Accio.
Little moon girl. One less human to worry about.
Imperial. Leviosa.
That should be the last of them,
Có
Mommy.
slime enemy là rau đó chứ.
I'll be quiet.
Confringo! Accio! Revelio!
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found.
Enormous drill. À, cái đào à. Mấy đào hầm. À, tính đợi luôn mày trường.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here.
Ngon.
Hello, Hamura. Revelio.
How nice of you to stop by.
Này đấy.
We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed.
Ủa? Mày chết rồi. Nghe thơm thế.
Can we please talk?
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
Bye bye. Momo.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war.
Chiến tranh.
I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Nên phải đợi tiếp à?
I hope Professor Fig...
I believe my next broom upgrade to be even more impressive than the last. Come by Spin Witches as soon as you can.
Kìa, update chổi à? Nói nghe tò mò thế nhờ?
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Bây giờ tới ăn mì. Ước gì bụng ăn không đói, bụng không béo nha. Ô, cảm ơn Duy Trần nhé.
hello again. Wonderful to see you. As before, I've arranged a special price on the broom upgrade for you. You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you. Thanks for stopping by. You're all set with the new upgrade. I can't wait to hear what you think. This may sound presumptuous, but...
You'd like me to report back with even more flight details.
You know me well. I feel I'm almost there. I just think I can improve broom flight a bit more. Miss Ray's is running a time trial at the South Coast course. Not ideal, really, what with rumours of Ranrock's lot and Ashwinders infiltrating the place. However, if you're flying high above them, you should be all right, I think.
I'm not worried, Mr. Weeks. I'll see if I can find Imelda.
I hope you are able to complete these trials. I have a feeling this final upgrade is going to be a sweeping success. Do be careful, of course. I shall look forward to hearing from you soon. I look forward to our next meeting.
Ok. Nói chung là vẫn là đi gặp nhỏ Ray xong rồi làm cái test của nhỏ đó. Test coi chỗ như thế nào hết. What the fuck? Cái gì mà xa dữ vậy trời? Má. Xa đi. Má, nó bắt mình bay tới đó à? Mà cái liền thì phạm gì ba?
You're back. Nice to see you again.
Bay chim xa dữ thần.
Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Dick thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
Tất nhiên là tự hào rồi. Này nó cho mình bình máu. Ồ, 82 luôn. Không phải liền. Ây da. Not good, not good. Má bên đây vẫn trống mà. Trơn. Nãy giờ bay ra kia nhờ. Kiểu gì mới nhiệm vụ chả gặp đi ra đó đúng không? Nhưng mà tăng tốc độ bay. Thôi, cái là nhiệm vụ bay chính trước đi. Nó phải dưới secret room.
Welcome back.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are.
I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
Má phải không vậy? Má đúng thật. No. Trời, má chưa tìm được cái chiều miếng cuối cùng nữa chứ. Dragon debut. Chuối. Biển nghe mùi ở đây rồi.
How will I...
You wouldn't catch me keeping one.
Why not? I think it's nice to be able to look back on old days.
Anh cái đó có nhiệm vụ tìm thú là nó chỉ chỗ. Thế à?
Professor Fig, the keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the portkey. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't Polyjuice Potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have Polyjuice Potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the Ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more.
Thấy rồi. Thấy rồi. Quite good.
How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. thus far unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the Ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Vãi liền rồi. Thành hiệu chủ luôn rồi. Trời ơi, không cho chuyển. Phải đi rồi.
Do you have a moment, Professor? Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets this rather
If you must speak with me, consult my secretaries or what have you. Now move along.
I thought I heard the headmaster approaching.
Nó ông chồng tê lê. Ác ma thì.
I haven't time for any of you at the moment. None. None at all.
Headmaster, here. What could you want?
When I witness what passes for magic in these halls,
Professor, a word? Professor Black? Again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kogawa.
When I fell off my broom and broke 6 bones, he said they'd never...
What did we do to deserve him as a headmaster?
You call that a shine on those boots? Do better.
Learn the passwords from Scrope.
Headmaster, I hope it's not about anything I've been doing.
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that makes me disappear.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new 5th year seems to be.
They're not invisible, sir. I've seen them near the library. In fact, they help me with my, heavy books.
Speaking of invisible, where's my blasted house elf?
Something seems a little off with the headmaster.
kìa, cứ thế nào nói chuyện à? Nhỏ nó nghi luôn.
Chewing with your mouth open? Where are your manners?
Professor, I need to speak to you. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might speak with you about Professor Fig.
Very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
Ah, well, yes. He's handling some official ministry business for me.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig? I shall never understand that.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Professor Black is happy with Scrope's performance as his house elf. There's no doubt...
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone. Even Master himself.
Phải good.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course,
Này có thử mình trời.
Master does remember it.
Of course I remember. It's the Black family reigns.
Is Master giving Scrope a test?
Kìa.
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Yes, of course.
Ren nha.
I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pur.
Ha! Thank you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
The polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight.
Chạy. Thuốc hết tác dụng, Tác dụng chưa?
Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Phải liền.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle.
Confringo.
Revelio.
I believe I can sneak away without drawing my mother's eye. Meet me near Hogsmeade, and we will devise a plan.
Mà nhiều vụ thế.
Aloha Mora.
Tôi sai rồi. Nhiều vụ và đái. Đâu đây? Cao ác.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password. Toujours pure.
Toujours pure.
Expelliarmus. Lumos. I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto.
Revelio.
Ôi. Giải quyết thế. Level 3. Level 2.
Hello,
Mở
Homura.
từ bên kia kìa. Đó. Wow. Ồ, thì ra phòng hiệu trưởng à.
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
What can I expect to find in the book?
A story. I cannot say more. You may recognize some elements of it, as I was inspired by a tale with which many wizarding children are familiar.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time?
Revelio.
Đồ gì đem ra? Trời, ăn táo ăn liền à. Recipe. Tóc. Quát tóc. Thuốc trị bụng mà. Và một thứ gì đó.
That must be the pedestal.
Khó lắm ơi. Ôi giời ơi. Khó thế nào được.
Where am I?
The fuck cái gì đây?
Professor Fitzgerald? Can you hear me?
I am here. In this place, you may call me Neve.
Neve.
You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem.
Ôi, nói trong ảo thế.
You must move swiftly and cautiously. Use the tools you encounter to find me. The first you will need is a cloak.
Một cái áo choàng.
In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
Phải liền nè. Để không thấy á. Mà để có phép rồi sao?
I should have run when I could. I'd be free by now.
This is my chance. Come and leave. I need to time this just right. I see. A staircase straight ahead.
Ui, vậy cái này đẹp phết nhờ. Ui. Sao việc này có thể xảy ra được?
Ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there. Best move while I can. Neve must be here somewhere. Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can. That's where I need to go, but I need to find a way past them.
Mà chơi sợ thế.
Nothing this way, but more danger. There must be a way to find you. I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way. That door closed tight. No way but forward, I suppose.
Thấy thì đeo là được.
Now's my chance. That's the way forward. I think I'm invisible.
Không phải là tôi đã tàn hình rồi. Ôi.
They can't see me at all. I can get closer to them. This is the way forward. Finally free. Now, where are you, Neve?
Bình thường.
You have outgrown death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide.
Ôi, không được, mẹ không được trốn à.
Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
Trông quen thế nhỉ?
I've never felt such power.
Như đây chiêu rồi hả?
Bombarda.
Đó, mạnh đi.
Revelio.
Nghe lực quá.
Bombarda. Defender. Descender. Defender. Bombarda. Repulsor. Descender. Protego. Depulsor. Descender. Defender. Bombarda. Depulsor. Descender. Defender. Bombarda. Defender. Repulsor. Bombarda. Descender. Defender. Repulsor. Protego. Bombarda. Defender.
Đó, giống như đủ phép của bố. Game đèn trắng. Nó thế đấy. Nhưng mà nhìn trông đẹp phết nhờ. Nhìn cái này nó cứ bị đẹp đẹp. Ngon.
Revelio.
Bỏ rồi.
Bombarda. Protego. Depulsor. Bombarda. Defender. Bombarda. Defender. Bombarda. Defender. Protego. Bombarda. Descender. Depulsor. Defender. Bombarda. Defender. Depulsor. Defender. Depulsor. Defender. Bombarda. Defender. Depulsor. Descender. Defender. Protego. Defender. Bombarda.
Bombarder. Depulsor. Defender. Depulsor. Bombarder. Depulsor. Descendo. Defender. Depulsor. Bombarder. Defender. Bombarder. Depulsor. Defender.
Ôi trời ơi. Good.
Defender. Bombarder. Defender. Defender. Bombarder. Depulsor. Descendo. Defender. Potato. Bombarder. Defender. Depulsor. Descendo. Depulsor. Defender. Bombarder. Depulsor. Defender. Potato. Defender. Bombarder. Depulsor. Defender. Bombarder. Defender. Bombarder. Bombarder. Defender. Bombarder.
Cẩn thận.
Potato. Depulsor. Bombarder. Defender. Defender. Bombarder. Depulsor. Revelio.
Đái thiệt. Sợ hết máu luôn mà. Nếu học vụ lì chứ đâu, nó chỉ cho 4 phép này thôi, nó không cho xài thêm. Nó cho đúng 4 phép mình đang xài à. Rồi xài luôn nó chóc bá quá.
A simple stone. This must be for me.
You are far from finished. Pass through the mourners ahead. Nothing is what it seems.
I can't believe she's dead.
Dear, sweet Neve. Dead.
Neve! May her memory be a treasure to us forever.
What the fuck?
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self. But there is no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should.
Trừu tượng thế.
Remember that as you witness my memory.
Giống như là làm gì đó xấu xấu ấy, hoặc là làm gì đó là có lỗi sao. Nhìn như cái này đẹp phết.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable.
Well, wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong hands,
You saw what I did for my father. Oh, Neve, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
Breathe it in. Can you feel it?
Oh, Isadora. This must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
Nó là bị tha hóa rồi. Cái này theo mấy cái phép Dark Magic riết tức là nhỏ đó mới lấy gì của bài. Lấy sức mạnh nè.
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
But you are so...
Young? I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed, was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
I was amazed to see that it seemed to give her some sort of power, and that she could harness it. But how?
I worry that you seem more intrigued than repulsed. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizardkind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
Lại thêm thời gian.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was. And she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragball.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
Giờ phải đợi nữa à. Tính ra là còn 5 quest nữa thôi đúng không? 5 quest hay là còn rất là nhiều. Thế là xong chào thứ 3. Từ giật nó này cái. Ủa? Ở đây không có tiếng, không có gì luôn vậy? Đờ phất. Trời ơi, phải học phép à? Bị bắt thú. Mà mẹ có cái cục ngay đây. Khởi hoài không ra bực. Ôi. Ủa, xa thế. Không xa lắm.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Are we? Tôi nghĩ là nên làm vài nhiệm vụ nữa xong chúng ta nghỉ ngơi đổi game khác thôi. Chơi này nhiều. À, con này à.
This looks intriguing.
Kìa chơi trốn.
Levioso.
Confringo.
Expelliarmus. Levioso. Accio. Confringo. Levioso.
No need to be difficult. I mean you no harm.
Accio.
Assignment's all finished. Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin.
Revelio.
That was that weighed as much as a grapehorn.
Revelio.
It's always a pleasant surprise when there are no surprises.
Who live?
Revelio.
Đâu nữa ta? Phải vô. Mà thấy chết liền luôn á.
Shear isn't worth the time. No amount of spoils is worth that many spies.
Phải clear mấy này.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
Đấy, đi dự lớp học phép kia nó Bambora. Học phép này xong rồi thăm lại nhỏ Natty. Lộn, thăm lại nhỏ đúng rồi, Natty. Xong rồi đổi thôi. Lại con này.
Excellent work today. Class dismissed.
Excellent work today.
I take it you're ready.
I completed your assignment, Professor. I'm ready to learn Bombarda now.
Good. Now, this spell comes with a caveat. It should only be used when necessary. The exploding charm, as you might suspect, can hurt people. Use caution when casting it.
I will, Professor.
I will hold you to that promise. Now, you must be precise in your wand movements. We don't want you blowing your hand off. Go ahead. Nice and steady wand movements. Remember, the exploding charm is highly volatile. Well done. Now, let us put it into practice, shall we? Go ahead and try it.
Này chắc phải xịn hơn.
Bombarda.
Excellent wand work. Cast the spell just like that every time. Sure and in control.
Nó phép đỏ mạnh phết chứ.
Excellent. You have it well in hand.
Làm nốt của nhỏ này nhỏ kia đi, xong mai làm của mốt lần tới làm thêm cái này là chắc là gần xong rồi đấy. Game dài quá. Cotton Bobby. Không sao. Chưa chơi đâu này, chắc chưa phá đảo được. Vậy luôn. Bị đạn đầu đấy. Thì qua đã thầy đủ phép rồi. Đúng vậy. Cảm ơn em Nguyễn nhá. Thank you. Cảm ơn nhá, cảm ơn nhá.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Tôi hiệu trưởng ở đây chứ.
Over here.
This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
That's a good idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
Rookwood is working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig had asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps to shed light on what we saw at the tent. Don't worry, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can.
Rồi nguyên đám họ này gặp nhau thì sao?
I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
Thế là phải gặp đợi khi nào nhỏ này gặp con rồng ấy mới ấy à? Thế thì còn dài. Cảm ơn mua đi Nguyễn nhá. Nó sẽ tới cuối là mua đám này. Nghe ngoài đây à? Trời phất.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
Very well. I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Đúng rồi. Game làm hợp lý mà. Nói chung là game này làm kiểu đúng kiểu đủ thứ mình cần luôn á, không thiếu gì. Có thiếu gì không nhỉ? Chỉ thiếu chơi đông người thôi. Nếu cái đó là cái thiếu duy nhất.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and am trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Không biết con gái Sa Bân á. Tại vì chú gia Sa Bân nó là cũng không biết nữa. Nhưng mà game này nói chung là làm hợp lý. Cái gì cũng có, cái gì cũng cần, cái gì cũng lấy được, cái gì cũng chơi được, cái gì cũng khám phá được, cái gì cũng đổi được.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone.
Chắc như đồ
I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received.
Cái không
You
gian
must be
của
careful as well.
cái không gian
Please
của
don't
đồ
put
nó không
yourself
được
in
nhiều.
danger.
Nên thành ra phải bán đi. We do hope you will reconsider helping us with our banking need.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends. Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What does he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it out for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns.
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends. Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Nhiều khi chơi game này đi chậm chậm lại tận hưởng và cái kích đó.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic. What happened to Bickle? He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprised Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again. But do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
Oh. I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
Đường tắt nào, đường tắt, đường tắt. Trong này không bay được. Má sao đường này như xa hơn vậy?
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
Gì trời? Nó đi lại chỗ nãy à? Đời. Tránh đường, tránh đường. Chành đường, chành đường, chành đường.
Natty must be around here somewhere. Natty's wand.
What the fuck?
She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
Vấn đề. Ok, sẽ có cục này ở đây. Trời ơi, đây là nhiệm vụ không lấy được.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Revelio.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to...
Ashwider hideout. What the fuck?
The footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward.
Accio.
Có ma toàn ngầm nhá.
A hidden door. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
Rồi, má nhiều thế.
Revelio.
I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
Using that girl as bait, that one's coming for her. We ought to just kill her.
Harlow says her friend would be reckless enough.
Revelio. Revelio.
Only a Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
Just keep her.
Phải đánh nè.
I've raided Rockborough more times than I can count. They're incapable of defending themselves.
Quái vật không?
I don't trust Ranrock, I'll tell you that. He'll turn on us first chance he gets.
You can't keep your eyes off a pretty lass, you can't. Quit a flick of a frock and you fall to pieces.
How did I get mixed up in this? Doing Rookwood's work for him. It's exhausting, standing here all day waiting for one.
Tricus totalis. Revelio.
girl's been nothing but trouble. About time we locked her up.
Totalis. Revelio.
I may go to Hogsmeade later. There are some trouble. They need to be reminded. It's all right, easy to play. When we're done, I'm going straight to the Hogshead.
Má phải đánh à? Sao vụ đó ta?
Revelio.
Let's finish this job and be done with it. Wasting time with this.
So we're all me lads in Rookwood Times is glad.
Cái gì vậy má?
Not now,
Làm
not
hết hồn
ever.
má.
Rookwood's gone mad.
I could use a...
I hope Rookwood knows what he's doing. I've had enough of Felcroft. Hope I never have to see it again.
Hey. What are you all dribbling over there? Look like you've been had by the flobberworm himself.
What was that?
Who's there?
Someone messing about.
Expulsion!
Không chết à? Cái gì?
Leviosa. Confringo. Bombarda.
Đã từng máu rồi.
Death from above!
Accio. Leviosa. Confringo. Accio.
Sao không dùng phép này?
Imperial.
Now to finish it.
Say that. Protego.
What are your thoughts on electricity?
Defender. Imperial. Crucible. Bombarda. Leviosa.
Expulsion!
Accio.
Personal.
Bởi liền con to nó ấy không chết luôn à. Vô quá đi.
The book of poems that was taken from Agabus
Là
Filbert.
quên không quên em máu.
I'll be thrilled to have this back.
Revelio.
Má nhiều đường thế. Use a man wreck against an enemy. Má cái câu kết buồn đó.
Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
Use a man wreck. Use Advanced Security at the repair their lightning spell. Nào quá không xài này.
Revelio.
Bình máu.
Can't hide from me! Thought you could hide from me, didn't ya?
Cái này là gì?
Revelio. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Revelio. Lumos.
Có đường đi lén qua đây.
Must be here somewhere.
You found us. I knew you would realize.
Over here.
Ai đây?
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
Your friend Natty was not able to summon my wand. It must be blocked by something.
Không có nghe được.
Revelio.
Là mình chưa lấy được á.
Please. My wand.
Phải liền đâu đó trong room này á. Cũng đi hết rồi chứ.
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio.
Ủa, ở đâu? Cái này á. Nó là ở ngoài mà. Nếu mà đúng rồi ở trong phòng chứ. Sao mình tìm vào đây vậy? Phòng có đâu ta?
Mr. Rabe's wand could be in there.
Confringo.
Lumos.
Revelio.
Gì đây?
Bombarda. Confringo. Leviosa. Accio. Glacius. Defender.
Mình có cái đuôi tàn hình ở đây à.
Lumos. Wingardium Leviosa.
If Natty couldn't summon Mr. Abe's wand from her cell, it must be blocked by something.
Bị block bởi something á.
Revelio. Lumos.
Ngay đây mà ta. Dùng phép gì à? Mà dùng phép gì? Nhỉ?
Lumos.
Confringo. Bombarda. Levioso. Accio.
Mày cay thế nhờ.
Revelio.
Cái gì?
Alohomora.
Vậy thôi.
Mr. Abe's wand. He'll be glad to have this back. Mr. Abe, I found your wand.
Còn thiếu
Well
phép kỹ
done.
năng nhất á.
I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Trông dễ thế. Không niệm chú à?
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
Wow, mà cái này nó khó chịu thiệt. Bực quá đi.
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once and for all.
Once and for all. Ta là boy còn chưa xài.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Abe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Abe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
Yes, officer. Do you have enough evidence to take down Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's lot?
Well, it's certainly a good
Nó
start.
hay đao về mấy
We
cái
shall
clip cũ
see.
xong đăng lên YouTube.
But you can leave this to me now. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
Trời ơi, giống như chỉ vào phép cuối vậy. Nhiều nha.